Yo, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm giving all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak, Radash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders, a great millstone that do rule exceptionally well. Also, Shalom. Salutations, mercy, and blessings to the sincere brothers out there that push this word with truth and with faith. My name is Tabo Amath of Great Millstone Northwest. I'm back with I want to make this a quick lesson. Basically, I want to speak on, this is more of a message to younger brothers that's fairly new in learning about this truth. And the message that I want to stress and give is that you have to be aware of what it is that you're getting into. You have to know what it is that you're getting into, man. All right, because this is a very serious thing that we're in. All right, it's a very, very serious thing, and if you play around with it, then the Most High, he's not gonna hold slackness to that, man. Okay, he will repay you for everything that you've done. So make sure that this is a thing. If you're gonna step into this role, if you're gonna start to give the double honors to the apostles and the elders and step out there on the streets to preach the words of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, if you're gonna do that, then you have to be aware of everything that can happen, man. All right, because persecution is actually going to happen according to the scriptures. All right, this isn't just some fun ride. This isn't just a gang of people that just meets up on the weekends, man. All right, this is a completely new lifestyle that you will have to take on. So you have to know what you're getting into. All right, and that's stressed by Yahweh Shai in the book of Luke, the 14th chapter, the 25th verse. All right, it says, or starting at the 25th verse. Actually, I'm gonna start at verse 26. It says, if any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, in his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. Meaning that you got to detest the wickedness, man. And guess what? Your wife, your children, your family, anything that was existing before you found the truth is going to be engulfed in wickedness. All right, because we live in a wicked society that raises children up from a young age to do wickedly and not to do righteousness. Okay, so it says, and whosoever doeth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. Meaning that you gotta be able to withstand the burden that's put upon you, man. All right, the Most High, if he's going to test you, if you're going to be a part of his program, if he's going to use you, you're going to be a part of that. If you're going to be a vessel, right? You got to be able to maintain yourself even when stuff start going sour. All right, you got to be able to maintain whatever temptation is put upon you. All right, without fainting, without turning back. All right, you have to know what you're getting into. I like to say that I didn't find the truth, man. The truth found me. Because as soon as I met one of the brothers, it quickly, within a matter of minutes, turned into two of the brothers. And then that's not the same day, but the very next day when I seen those two brothers again, all right, because we was all in the same work situation. We was all in the military at that time. So the next day when I seen those brothers again, I've been inseparable from them brothers ever since, man. Okay. The very next day that I met those was the second day of me even knowing that these two brothers was people on the earth. They presented me with the truth, and that was it. All right, I've been with it ever since. Lord willing, Most High allows that I never depart from it. All right. So the thing is, when I found it, I blindly jumped to it, man. I blindly jumped to it and realized what exactly it was later on. But at that point, I didn't even have a problem. I never had a problem with it. I was like, this is what it is. I gotta cut this type of stuff out of my life, and I gotta, aspire to be a more honest and righteous person. You know. But I'm telling it to you younger brothers that's coming in. All right, just because there's mistakes that's being made out there. I'm saying it to you, brothers, that you need to know what it is you're getting into, because this is a life or death thing, man. This is a life altering, life changing scenario that we're getting into. Okay, so it says this is verse 28. It says, for which of you intending to build a tower sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it? Meaning to see if you got enough material, if you got enough manpower, all right, if you got the right type of blueprints and all this just to build this tower, man. You have to know that. So spiritually, what this is saying is that you got to know, you know yourself, man. You know if you can run 5 miles or not. All right. You know if you could do 50 push-ups or not. All right. And in what amount of time you can do it. You know your limitations. If this race, this truth isn't something that you see as something you could do long term, like for example, I don't plan on getting old, because I plan, I hope that America gets destroyed by that time. But if the Most High has it to where I do end up getting old, I pray that I grow old in this truth. I pray that about time I'm, well into my 50s or 60s, if we're still here, that I'm still going out and presenting myself before the Lord on the highways and the byways, man. All right, week in and week out. I pray that I'm still doing that. If this world has to continue, then I pray that as long as this world, see, basically, I'm at a point where this life has already been, I've already sacrificed this life, man. I don't have any desires other than things that's in the truth. All right. I don't desire to meet anybody unless it's a brother. I don't desire to go out and do anything unless it's with brothers. Right. I'll have more fun sitting it and kicking it and chilling with brothers, laughing and drinking at the house than I will, going out to some concert or going out to some event with people that's not in the truth, you know. So what I'm getting at is that the possibility of growing old, that possibility is there, because no man know if the time of the hour. We know we're close, man. We know this place really, it can't survive for too much longer, but peradventure that it does, right? I pray to the Heavenly Father that myself and the brethren that's around me are able to continue, all right, is able to endure. Why? Because I've fully counted the cost, man. And so for as long as this place got to go, and as long as I'm breathing upon this earth, Lord willing, I'm praising Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. Lord willing, I'm doing his will. All right. It says, for which of you intending to build a tower sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it, least happily after he have laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it begin to mock him. And now what happened, man? If you don't finish, right? If you start in this truth and then you withdraw for whatever reason, whether it be that you got kicked out or whether it be that you realize that this ain't for you, or whatever have you, hey, well then all that behold it is going to mock you, man. Including brothers that you once served with. Hey, because you got to be made an example so that the other brothers don't follow in the footsteps, man. That's why we got these guys like Yakko Wacko. That's why you got the whole Sakari as a group. All right. That's why you got countless other individuals that was once down with us and no longer is. The reason that they get brought up and the reason that they get spoken about is because we seen that they was in this truth, and when they withdrew, of course we're gonna mock it, as the scriptures say. Okay. It says, saying this man began to build and was not able to finish. And that's what we say. We be like, look, man, you started in this truth, but now you've turned back. All right. You've turned back. We'll grab that here in a second. It says, or what king going to make war against another king said not down first and consulted whether he be able with 10,000 to meet him that cometh against him with 20,000? Or else, while the other is yet a great way, he sendeth an ambassage and desire of conditions of peace. So likewise, whosoever he be of you that forsake not all that he have, he cannot be my disciple. So if you ain't prepared to lose everything, I'm talking about down to the draws that's on you right now, the draws you got on your butt right now. All right. You got to be prepared to lose everything all the way down to that. All right. For this truth. I don't have very many possessions. All right, as far as like things of value, I don't have very many things of value. All right, that others would deem valuable. What I do have is this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures. All right, and it's not very. I'm not a very deep brother. All right, but I do have understanding. The Most High did part to me. He gave me understanding to where I can understand these scriptures. When the apostles and the elders bring out something that I've never heard before, as soon as I hear it, it clicks, and I'm like, yep, that's right. You know, I'm in agreement with it. All right. There's nothing that they bring out where I'm like, man, I don't know about that. And it was the same way when those two brothers first introduced the truth to me. It was the same way. Like, as soon as I heard it, I was like, that's absolutely right. I had no problems with it, man. That's the reason why I was able to blindly jump into it. You know, when something feels right, and that's exactly what happened. Was it felt right? So here I am. Okay, so if you're getting into this thing, if you're getting into the truth, into the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures, getting into the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, then you better be prepared to go the whole 50,000 miles, man. Not just a couple steps and now you wind it. Nah, man, you gotta keep on striving, man. That road stretches further. All right, the light is still down at the end of that tunnel, man. You ain't made it there yet. Okay, um, so that was the point on that. Let me grab. I told you that I was gonna grab this in Luke the 9th chapter real fast. Let me grab that. Luke chapter 9 verse 62. All right. Straight to the point, it says, and Yahweh Shai said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of the Most High. So if you start this thing, you damn well better finish it. Because if you look back to the world, if you want to go back, if you want to hit the backspace button, then guess what? You're not fit for the kingdom of the Heavenly Father, meaning you're not going to be fit to be one of the rulers of the kingdom of heaven. All right, you're not fit to be a part of the elect. Okay. Which the elect is predestinated. I don't want to get too far into that. Brothers are aware of what's going on. The brothers are sincere. And if you haven't figured that out yet, don't worry. Wait, and Yahweh Shai will reveal it to you, man. Okay? This is what do I want to grab? This is let's go to Proverbs. Select Proverbs chapter 14, verse 15, real fast. All right. It says, the simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well into his goings. And we're supposed to be prudent in this thing. We're supposed to be wise. We are supposed to be ambassadors of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and which means that we would be prudent, man. All right. Which means that we would be looking well into our goings. When you signed up for this truth, you should have looked well into your goings, man. And I know there's a couple of guys out there that have I don't know personally. I'm speculating. All right, with the amount of brothers that's actually in the truth, I'm sure that there's a couple guys that's out there, not a very large number, but still yet a number of men that's out there that jumped into this thing not knowing what it was and is now kind of regretting it. Okay, they're missing out on the fun of the world, and it's irking them. All right, they wanna have the flashy cars and the women and the money, and this truth keeps that away. All right, the Most High preserves anyone in the truth, preserves them away from that. But that's what they want and that's what they desire. So they're kind of kicking themselves, saying that they should have never got involved with this. And what happened was they wasn't prudent. They didn't look well into this going, because this thing isn't for everybody. It's only for the elect, really. All right. And myself, I consider myself to be a part of the hopeful elect, because hopefully I am a part of the elect. So this thing is for me, but it's not for everybody. Let's go to Matthew, the 7th chapter, real fast. I know it's around the 24th verse. I don't know if I want to start at the 24th verse. Yeah, let's start at 24. So Matthew chapter 7 verse 24, it says, therefore whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man, which builded his house upon a rock. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. So the brothers are sincere about being a part of the hopeful elect. hey, they have their houses built on a rock, man. We got a foundation, all right? We got the stone that the builders refuse, all right? We have that rock that dashed to pieces the statue of gold and silver and iron and clay, all right? It says, and everyone that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not shall be likened unto a foolish man which builded his house upon the sand. And when the rain descended and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. So the guys that didn't look well into their goings, that didn't exactly know what they was getting into, but got into it anyway. Well, you guys are like a guy that built that house on the sand, man. All right, have no foundation. Okay. Hey, but pretty much that was the point, man. Lord willing, it was received. I'm not gonna harp too much or speak any longer. That was my piece on it. So until next time, I'm gonna say shalom.